Sparkles on treasure.
Youth of this generation can't separate what they do to who they are. Youth of this generation believe in speed rather than direction. My name is Treasure and you're welcome to another episode of Sparkles with Treasure. And on today's episode promises to be very exciting, exhilarating, and captivating, as I have in the studio with me a doctor in view, a writer and an author, Uche Austin.
Dr. Uche Austin is a graduate of Karazin National University. He is a public speaker, a writer, and a poet. His passion is geared towards the youth of this generation, which prompted him to pencil down an intriguing and mind-piercing article titled Youths of the Generation.
So hello Uche Austin, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine.
I must say you're looking good. We're looking the same. I don't know, like you copied me or something.
Well, I knew you were coming, so I needed to go and get my fashion gigs together.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm very good. Good.
Okay,
Thank
you wrote this thing about youth of this generation, and it
Yeah.
was mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And the first question I want to ask you is, what inspired you? What motivated?
Well,
that?
thank you for that. Actually, the funny thing is, I inspired myself in the sense that I checked my life for the past 6 years in Ukraine, and also my friends back home.
Okay.
And made me start questioning myself, what have we done right and what have we done wrong? So between those two lessons, I was able to get something out and also watch people right here in Ukraine.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, I would say because a lot of things in that book, that novel
Yeah.
that you wrote was very, very true. And one of the things you said was that youth of this generation can't separate what they do to who they are. Can
Yeah.
you explain a bit?
Yeah, when you say that, it's a problem because youth of today, we can't really separate what we do from who we are because we think our career now, it's our gifting or our calling.
Yeah.
But we made a mistake. Instead of thinking, because your career basically is meant to enhance your gift,
Yeah.
not to replace it.
Okay.
But because we think we are a doctor, we think that's all there is to life, but actually there's something bigger, which is called a purpose.
Now, a lot of youths, they always have great ideas. You wrote something about them having great ideas,
Yeah.
always talking about it, but
Yeah.
they don't put it into action.
Yeah.
So what would you say? Because we know that's one of the things a lot of youths are passing through, having that idea, having that dream, talking about it, going on Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah.
You see pages, like a
Yeah.
lot of page, and no action, no
Yeah.
movement. So what would you say? Because you wrote something about
Yeah, like I said, they say something, talk is cheap. And the problem with youth today is like, we prefer talking, and after talking, you realize that you get a sense of fulfillment just by talking about it, but you don't execute. Mind you, they said, people say your idea makes you rich, but the truth is, execution actually is the mother of all ideas. If you have an idea and you don't execute, you become a poor man and a pauper. So the thing is, apart from telling the story, we have eyes we can see. So you can tell me once, tell me twice, but shut up and go back to your lab and work. When it comes out, we will all see. You understand? So instead of telling people writing on Facebook, just go back to your lab and work hard. And we all have eyes we can see, and we can say, yeah, don't tell me you can sing. Pick up a mic and sing.
Okay, you said something in your book, which was youth of this generation prefers to do nice things for God rather than do what God told them.
Yeah. The reason I wrote that stuff was because I realized that most time, even Christians like us today, we tend to make our own rules thinking they're in line with God. But you have to ask the master or the father before you do something. Don't assume. It's because of assumption that we make mistake and we disobey God. Yeah. Oh God, I thought it was like this, but God said this is the way. You understand? So we try to edit God's commandment to fit us now, thinking since I'm doing the nice and I'm paying my tithes, so it's God's word. But God is saying, bring it. You don't give God what's left. That's the first thing you give to God. But we do it our own way, thinking since it's the same tithe. We're giving to God, but there's a procedure to follow. You understand? That's what I mean by doing nice for God instead of following what God says you should do.
Now, you said you have passed through some things in 6 years in Ukraine, and as a youth, you were, of course, you're still a youth.
Yeah.
And those things were the reason for you, the thing that inspired you to write this book. So I want to know, what are the things that you would say, okay, you passed through and you were able to get out of it?
Number one, the most important thing I think we all suffer from is trying to please people.
Okay.
You understand? Being 6 years here in Ukraine, you realize that many youth when we come here, we want to, if I see that you are the top dog, I want to do something to please you. Okay. You understand? Instead of craving our own partner, we want to follow everybody doing something to make them recognize us.
Yeah.
Like I said, we talk, like I used to talk about my dreams a lot. I talk about this, I talk about that, I talk about that, and I realized, man, it's not working. So I adopted a principle called make more moves and less announcements.
Okay.
So
make more
moves and less announcements.
So I'll put that in my
So when you're making more moves, like I said, they have eyes, they can see.
Yeah.
Don't tell them they have eyes. So when you do it, they can like, oh yeah, this guy's actually good, because no one actually believes your story until you win. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I left that phase of telling people what I want to do than showing them what I am doing.
Okay.
They can see. And also, like I said about the permission to go back to the people pleasing. Every youth want to please someone so they can hype people. Trust me, the man hyping you today can also bring you down tomorrow. So create your own path and be the master in your path. Then people will come and follow you. You understand? Yeah. So I think that's just about it.
Now, there's a question I want to ask.
Yeah.
For you to have this state of mind to reinstate people, the efforts, what's the efforts to, like, what effort would they take to reinstate people into the fold, back into their fold? You know, a lot of people have come out, people are, a lot of youths are misbehaving and all that. So for you to have this state of mind, what do you think are the efforts that they can take?
Wow.
Because I think people are just sitting down and not doing anything about it.
Yeah, that's true.
I know you're my friend.
Yeah.
I know the lifestyle you're living in and all that, and I'm just here keeping quiet. Why? Because I'm already over, maybe I'll use the word over familiar.
Yeah.
So what's going on? What
okay,
would you say about that?
the thing is to get the youth now. Like I work by principle. So my principle is, if you share your story with the youth, they in turn share that secret with you. So what you need to do to get every youth back is to share your story with them.
Okay.
I'm going to use this story for you. I don't know if you've seen a movie called Spider-Man, but I'm going to break it down. Probably our viewers know what I'm talking about. Spider-Man, now before he was Spider-Man, he was Tony Parker. He got bitten by a spider. Then they changed it to the Spider-Man. Not like it, but he had the powers. Every youth in every phase in their life, now going through a problem, they have been bitten by a spider. Okay. So the difference between me and some youth is, the spider bit me. I'm able to overcome that effect now to become Spider-Man today. But the problem we have when we meet youths going through issue, we appear as a Spider-Man, not the one who got bitten by the spider or in the process of changing. And therefore, you lose touch with the person, because if I can show you my side whereby the spider bit me, I will be able to relate with you to that part that nobody can see. Do you get? So when you meet youths, they don't care about who you are now, they care about your story. So when you tell them, oh, when the spider bit me, this is what happened to me, this is how I was able to metamorphose into who I am today, then you can touch them at a part that nobody can touch them. Mind you, our problems and situations are quite similar. It's our solution that is different. So when you share the same thing I went through, the Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 1, it says, everything that's happened today has happened before. So if I can pass through mine, definitely there's somebody who I'll be able to share my story with that can relate to me.
Now, there was something you said that was very interesting at the end of your book, and it was really mind-blowing. And when the book is out, everyone will get it. But really, this was mind-blowing. You said it is not that you're not passing, you're still passing through a lot of those things. You know, you realize them, you're writing them down. It's just like a preacher once said that you are preaching about something doesn't mean that you're not going through it. Even it's harder for you who is preaching about this thing. So you're still passing through those things, right? Because a lot of times we tend to talk about something and a lot of people think, okay, these ones have gone through it and they've passed by. Now, I just want you to explain to people about that.
I'm going to use another illustration for you. It's the movie Superman. I don't know if you heard of him.
Why do you like super and spiders?
Yeah, because I think people can relate with me more because you see them as your heroes and the champion. But mind you, there's something called kryptonite. It weakens even the Superman. Do you understand? So even Superman now in all his strength, there's something still pulling him back. Do you understand? So the ability for you to recognize your weakness makes you better and makes you stronger than who you were before. We all make mistakes. But what will tell you if you've grown or not is your ability to recognize that mistake and move from there. So the reason why I said I'm still going through some of my things or I'm still going through issues is let you know that, listen, I might be Superman, but I still have my kryptonite weakening me and pulling me down. Because if I come as Superman, I'll lose the crowd, I'll lose people. But if I let you know, listen, I still have kryptonite weakening me and holding me down, it makes me rely on something bigger than me, which is God. Because the Bible says my grace is enough for you.
Yes.
But when we come out to meet you and let you know, I am perfect. Nobody is perfect. Nobody. That's why we need the grace of God.
Yeah.
To realize we might all be Superman, but there's still our kryptonite holding us back.
Yeah.
So that's why I let people know, listen, I'm still working to perfection. I'm not there yet.
So I want to ask you, you're bringing out a book soon,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
just wanted to tell me a brief.
Okay, so the book, actually, what actually inspired me to write in the book, I wanted to write it and leave to the people in my church, my center,
Okay.
as a free book, just give to them.
Okay.
Just to pass down the knowledge to the people. You understand? So when I thought of it, like, I don't have anything to lose. Let me just write this book, give them something they can use to remember what I've done. And what, in case they go through the problem, realize someone has gone through it, to boost them and help them.
Okay.
So that's why I started writing the book. It's probably going to be a very short book because youths don't like reading all the time.
Yeah,
So,
you said something very short, something maybe as small as this,
Yeah.
right? And just little pages,
pages.
right? Okay, so we'll be expecting the book soon.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's called what?
The Troubled Youth.
The Troubled Youth.
Yeah.
And of course, we'll let you know if there's any changes. So I'm really happy to have you in
Yeah,
the studio.
thank you very much. I'm very
and
grateful.
okay, just in a few words,
Yeah.
what would you want to say to any youth right now watching this program?
I think I've said it before. I'm just going to repeat it, but in a shorter
Okay.
way. Shut up.
All right.
Shut up. Can let me just explain before I
Is it
leave?
shut up and drive? Or
No, just shut up. Just shut up.
Okay.
Why I say shut up? Because what youth suffer today, they talk too much about
Okay.
their dreams and their goals. Every youth want to be
Okay.
famous.
It's almost like just shut up, but start working.
Start working. Because,
Action time, right?
yeah, like I said, make more moves
All right.
and less announcements.
Make more moves and less announcements. And you have been watching Sparkles with Treasure with Uche Austin in the building.
Yeah.
And thank you, Uche, for coming. I really appreciate it.
Like it's a honor coming.
And
first
please,
time.
next time, I have to go and check again. I like your suit.
Thank you
I
very
tried
much.
to look like you, but I still didn't win.
Nah, you're looking fly. You're looking fly. Yeah.
Thank
No
you.
problem. Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
guys. It is Sparkles with Treasure, and until next time, bye-bye.
I am Toby Medic Drums, and keep watching Sparkles with Treasure.